embrace uncertainty. Risk of failure.
Alright, first things first, there's something here called STORROR Parkour Pro. Coming out early next year, this one's shaping up to be possibly the ultimate parkour experience. We're not sure. We're not really that sure. You've got total freedom to explore London's Isle of Dogs, scaling rooftops, dodging security, and also racing friends. What makes this one stand out is the cutting-edge motion capture system, bringing you hundreds of parkour moves straight from the pros. Realistic, yet easy to jump into with mastering those insane flips and vaults. That might just be the real challenge. Whether you're flowing solo or competing with friends, this game promises a lot of hype.
I guess it's a risk you're willing to take.
Imagine you're exploring a lush, desolate landscape, building your dream village, all the while keeping the delicate balance between nature and civilization. Well, Towers of Aghasba blends exploration and creation with a focus on growing ecosystems and constructing settlements. You'll be discovering strange wildlife while unraveling secrets buried in the world's lore. The art style is reminiscent of Studio Ghibli, giving it a beautiful, almost magical feel. Plus, you get multiplayer, so you can team up with friends to build or just explore together. So at number 3, Zeverland's looking like a real treat for fans of survival games, especially with its fresh twist on the post-apocalyptic genre. Set to release in 2025 on PC, this game drops players into a world where a mysterious meteor shower has covered the earth with red spores, transforming about 90% of life into something less than human. It's not your typical zombie outbreak. The big hook is if your character gets infested, it's not game over. It actually opens up a whole new way to play. Multiplayer is also a big focus. You can team up or go head-to-head in survival challenges if you
other
wish.
facilities to complete your big bad Zed-killing steed. So you've turned into a Zed. It's not the end of the world. Well, technically it is, but you can still go on playing. Zeds don't get hungry or thirsty, but they sure do love them some meat. And if you can't find any tasty humans, there's always other Zeds. Missing a limb? Just yoink one off all the corpses lying around. Other Zeds probably won't attack you, but human players might. If you run into an elite Zed hunter, sometimes it pays to blend in with the crowd. As a Zed, you can level up your powers and even control your fellows. All hail the new king of the Zeds. The world we've crafted measures over 600 square kilometers, with towns, villages, coasts, mountains, and countless other unique locations. You can turn an abandoned building into a mighty shelter with high walls and self-sufficient farms.
The woods are dark, and the woods lie deep, and the woods are home.
From the creators of Sniper Elite series, at number 4 we have Atomfall. We've mentioned this game before. This is a survival action game coming March next year now. This one is set in a post-nuclear disaster version of Northern England, in which you'll explore the countryside, scavenging for supplies, crafting weapons, and fighting your way through dangerous wildlife. The combat looks intense, blending marksmanship with gritty hand-to-hand brawls, and the narrative is driven by your interactions with the world around you. It's definitely one to keep an eye out for.
And hear me tell of the woods that stand on Casterfell.
At number 5, Astrometica is dropping into early access on December 10 this year, bringing a rather thrilling blend of exploration, space exploration, base building, and survival. So in this game you start adrift in a rescue pod after a mining station explosion and must navigate the cosmos, gathering resources, building bases, and crafting tools to survive in deep space. It's got a real Subnautica and space vibe with endless galaxies to explore, asteroid mining, and the constant need to upgrade your gear to handle harsh environments. If you're into sandbox survival with some cosmic mystery, this one might be for you.
Hi everyone, my name is David, and I'm the developer of a farming horror game called We Harvest Shadows.
Up next is a very special game in today's list, titled We Harvest Shadows. We've mentioned this game before. It's one of the most unique blends of farming horror and narrative-driven gameplay on the horizon. Imagine playing as a man who has retreated from city life to an abandoned farm, thinking the world is better off without him. As you manage daily farming tasks, caring for livestock, fixing up the house, and improving the farmstead, this unsettling atmosphere suddenly creeps in. Each night it feels like something is watching, but is it real or just the weight of the character's troubled mind? Anyway, the folks have promised an experience that'll linger with you for a while.
You can try the demo now on Steam, and thanks for watching.
This island is cursed, I tell you. Can't live off the land, and hard work won't save you either.
Coming in at number 7, we have a game called Of Ash and Steel. Well, basically this is an open world RPG coming in 2025 for PCs. The game throws you into the kingdom of the Seven, a once thriving realm now decaying, where exploration and survival are key. You're gonna be needing to master various combat techniques and make alliances to shape the fate of the land. What sets this one apart is its old school RPG approach, no quest markers, just pure exploration. Developers actually promised a dynamic world filled with hidden treasures, and intense combat, and an evolving narrative based on your choices. Showa American Story just got a fresh new trailer for those of you who missed it, setting the stage for its 2025 release. This over-the-top action RPG blends 1980s B-movie vibes with an anime look, combat, unfolding in a world where America has become a Japanese colony. The new trailer here highlights a rather towering big boss named Shogun alongside Lots of wild fights against mutants and zombies across pretty iconic locales like New York, which is now New Tokyo or something like that. You can expect a post-apocalyptic journey with this one, full of action, wacky characters, and surprises.
The most valorous knight one could ever meet.
At number 9, Knightlings, or The Knightling, is a fairy fantasy action-adventure announced only a month ago. This game features a semi-open world blending combat, exploration, and platforming mechanics. Players take on the role of the Knightling, a small but determined hero tasked with finding a legend. The gameplay involves using Sir Lionstone's magical shield, which allows players to block, parry, and perform powerful combos. The Knightling is expected to launch on platforms with a price point of $30. If you're a fan of action-packed, story-driven adventures, this one looks to be worth the wait, maybe.
For a knight has to be ready at the best of times. And most certainly at the worst. As the one constant in life is change.
In Real World, coming in 2025 early, you play as a cyclist that's tasked with saving the universe, literally on your hand labors. While the game's open world design lets you explore beautiful landscapes, compete in races, and customize the bike you've got to suit your style. Whether you prefer sleek speed bikes or rugged off road monsters, there's no limit here to how you ride. With races, parts to collect, and a quest to recover legendary bike pieces for a world-saving ritual, this one is packed with synergy. Not to mention, it's got a pretty cool soundtrack to keep you pumped through each challenge.
Search of information. Rumors have been circulating of strange occurrences around the tomb of Lord Godsend.
On the other hand, the Wayward Realms is shaping up to be a grand RPG experience. Spearheaded by developers who worked on classic Elder Scrolls titles like Daggerfall, it sits on a vast group of over 100 islands called the Archipelago, where players will navigate a world filled with factions, kingdoms, and political intrigue. Think of it like Elder Scrolls meet Mountain Blade. You have full control of your character's background, skills, and actions, and the world reacts accordingly. There's even a virtual game master system designed to make your choices feel impactful.
Not the friendly sort. Maybe he just needs a little convincing. Excellent. We have the information we need. Now let's be on our way. We have our goal, but there will be some obstacles in the way. It is up to us how we wish to achieve it. Combat. stealth.
Your father would have been proud to see you in that uniform, and he would have wanted you to focus on keeping the city safe.
We mentioned this one before, in case you missed it. Precinct is a rather neon-soaked love letter to the 80s cop movies, blending action and sandbox gameplay into one gritty atmospheric experience. In this game you play as a rookie cop in a crime-ridden city called Laverna, where you'll dive headfirst into everything from lots of chaotic car chases to intense shootouts. The city is alive, full of procedurally generated crimes, shifting power struggles, and a variety of characters from street vendors to gang lords. With a strong focus on freedom and tactical choices, it adds layers of depth to the experience.
A world frozen to the marrow. The shattering moon has plunged the survivors into an eternal winter.
At number 13, Permafrost is a survival game that's set in a post-apocalyptic world that's frozen. In case you missed it, this game is developed by Space Rocket Topless Production. It features a harsh environment players must survive in sub-zero temperatures after a catastrophic event known as the Shattering. The key mechanics in the game include scavenging, crafting, and building shelters while fending off threats like hostile wildlife and rival factions, also offering co-op play for up to 4 players.
Will you rebuild, or will you let the cold claim you too? Permafrost. Wishlist now on Steam.
At number 14, we've got something called Empyreal with a Y. Well, this is an action RPG set in a distant part of the galaxy where an expedition uncovers a colossal monolith left behind by a long-lost civilization. The monolith is anything but ordinary, and only a skilled mercenary can navigate its dangers and secrets. Players yourself will face off against ancient automatons while uncovering mysteries that could change humanity's understanding of itself. The game offers a deep combat system, exploration of a stunning ruined world, and a cast of characters with really unique questlines and multiple endings as well. Hunting Simulator 3 is also coming in 2025, and it promises to bring the ultimate hunting experience. In the beautiful and expansive landscapes of Colorado and Texas, you'll be able to track over 40 different animal species, each with their own behaviors, thanks to this new Symphona system. Alongside your trusty hunting dog, you're going to be using top-of-the-line gear from renowned brands to explore the wilderness. The game will also feature improved sound design and vehicle use for better mobility across these vast environments, all powered by the Unreal Engine 5. That being said, San actually takes players to the planet Sophie, a once thriving world now turned a barren wasteland. In an alternative 1910, in this game players will take on a role of scavengers piloting giant mechs called tramplers across the desert. These customizable mechs serve as both your mobile base and your lifeline. You're going to be exploring abandoned islands, uncover treasures, and battle rival crews, all while navigating a harsh environment filled with dangerous zones and shifting threats. This game blends survival, exploration, and combat in a rather unique steampunk setting where the law of the desert is all about survival and greed. And last but not least, well, if you're into the idea of nurturing a village, tackling challenges and experiencing a dynamic changing world, Hawthorn might just be the game for you. It's shaping up to be a rather captivating looking open world RPG where you get to build a village from scratch and thrive alongside NPCs and co-op players. It blends the ultimate exploration of a Skyrim-like sandbox with the seasonal rhythm and village life of Stardew Valley. Developers promised a deeply immersive experience with a living, breathing world.